Hey gaming fans, so today's another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, and this one is Morphtronics. This is a deck that I always like to come back to when I used to play a long time ago. I always revisited this deck, and especially whenever it got new support, I'd always go and rebuild it. So I thought, let's give it another shot, and this time I'm playing mainly for the Power Tool Dragon play. So let's get to the deck. So for the first monsters we have is probably one of the better ones, the Morphtronic Cell Phone. Or cell phone, I guess that's how it's spelled. So while in attack position, so all Morphtronics have these effects based on if they're in attack mode or defense mode. Pretty much all of them have that. So I guess it's supposed to symbolize it's transforming into something. So this guy would be a robot transforming into a cell phone. So anyways, so when he's in attack mode, you roll a die, and then, oh, this would be a good one. You'd get to look at the top 6 cards of your deck, and then choose a Morphtronic card, monster, and then special summon it to the field. And then you put the rest back into the deck. So it'd be pretty cool if you always roll a 6, but sometimes you do only get a 1, and hopefully you have enough Morphtronics that you'll hit that one Morphtronic. So it is a gamble, but either way, you still have one monster on the field. Then the monster you'd probably want to summon off of it is Smartphone. Morphtronic Smartphone, so there's 3 of those. He's also a tuner, and but he cannot be normal summoned or set, so you must special summon him, and his special summon is by banishing a Morphtronic from the graveyard. So it would be a good idea to get rid of this guy off the field, and then you'd be able to special summon this one, which also has that effect of, while in attack position, once per turn, you could roll a 6-sided die and remove that many cards off your deck, and add 1 excavated Morphtronic card to your hand, then shuffle the rest. So this will actually choose spells if you have Morphtronic spells in your deck. They both have pretty lousy effects when they're in defense mode. Cell Phone only just looks at the top X cards of your deck based on the dice roll. And this one does the same, but allows you to rearrange them or put them on the bottom. So I mean, that's an okay effect, but you'll probably never use those effects. Then we have Morphtronic Remoten. So this is like I don't know, I guess some kind of remote or iPad or something. But he's pretty cool because he's your tuner. He's one of your main tuners. While in attack position, once per turn, you can remove from play 1 Morphtronic monster from your graveyard and add 1 Morphtronic monster with the same level as that monster from your deck to your hand. So you could probably grab, get rid of your smartphone and then add a cell phone to your hand. Pretty cool. And then while in defense position, once per turn, you could send 1 Morphtronic monster from your hand to the graveyard and add 1 Morphtronic monster with the same level as that monster from your graveyard to your hand. So it gives you a little bit of graveyard recursion as well. Then we're going on to the next one, which is 3 Morphtronic Scopin. I like this guy. He's an extender, essentially. Well, kind of. While in attack position once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 Morphtronic monster from your hand. So it gives you that double summon that you kind of need. And then while in defense position, this card's becomes a level 4. So if you need to go into, you need to make them 4 for your synchro summoning. So pretty cool. Then we're on to some of the muscle of the deck. This is your Morphtronic Radian. He basically is the one that's more aggressive. While in attack position, Morphtronic monsters you control gain 800 attack. And then while in defense position, they gain 1000 defense. So he's got 900 defense, so when he's face up in defense mode, he'd be at 1900, and in attack mode, he's 1800. So he's pretty good, but you do need the level 4 for your synchro plays, so he is needed in the deck. Then I play 3 of the Boomboxen, so he transforms into a boombox, I guess. While in attack position, this card can attack twice during each battle phase, which can be pretty good because you do play equip spells in this deck, which could boost his attack, and so having a double attacker can pretty much end games sometimes. And then while in defense position, once per turn when a face-up Morphtronic monster you control is selected as an attack target, you can negate that attack. So it can kind of save itself. And for the last of the Morphtronics, I have the Morphtronic Staplin. So he's a stapler. While in attack position, your opponent cannot select another monster as an attack target. If this card is destroyed by battle, the monster that destroyed it loses 300 attack. So I don't know, I don't understand that little loss of attack, but I guess it could help bringing the monster down a little bit so you can run it over with something else. And then while in defense position, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is attacked, after damage calculation, select one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls, change it to defense position, and this card to attack position. So, you know, all good except for it's not going to do anything to link monsters. So those, and they're all level 4. So that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. So we got double summons. I got 2 of those because you're really going to want to get these monsters onto the field as fast as you can, especially if you want to synchro into your power tool dragon. 1 for 1. So you got your first three cell phones and smartphones are all level 1s. I'm pretty sure you can special summon a smartphone with it, so if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Monster Reborn, because it's, you know, always good to have. Junk Box, this is kind of like your Monster Reborn, but it's for Morphtronics only. So you select and special summon 1 level 4 or lower Morphtronic monster from your graveyard, and then destroy it during the end phase. That's fine, you're probably going to use it for material anyways. Then for a little bit of draw power, I put in Iron Draw. So if you control exactly 2 machine effect monsters and no other monsters, you draw 2 cards. And then for the rest of this turn, you can only special summon once. So it's okay. I mean, it's going to help you out if you turn 1, you get your cell phones off, and then you get to 2 monsters. Then you can draw 2 cards. So and then you'd probably just go into 1 extra deck play. And because we're playing the bamboo package in this deck, 3 golden bamboo swords. So you can only activate it if you control activate if you control a bamboo sword, equip to a monster, draw 2 cards. So you have to have a bamboo sword on the field essentially, and then you could just activate this to draw 2 cards. So it's almost like a pot of greed. And for the bamboo swords, I got 3 of the cursed bamboo swords. So the equipped monster gains 0 attack, so it doesn't give it any attack boost. But you could target 1 other bamboo sword you control, return it to your hand, and if you do, the equipped monster can attack your opponent directly this turn. So that could come in handy. And then you can only use the effect of it once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 bamboo sword from your deck to your hand. So if they destroy it, you get to add that or a golden bamboo sword, depending on what you're doing. And for the other equipped spell I have, Psychic Blade. This is just a really strong one. You pay life points in multiples of 100, maximum 2,000 to equip it to a monster. It gains that much attack and defense. So, you know, depending on your life points, obviously, you might want to pay the full 2,000 and then you could boost a monster up. And that could be really good on cards that, like the Boomboxing, for instance, that can attack twice. So it would get it up to 3,200, and then you would attack twice to get it 6,400 damage. Then we got 2 double tool C and D. So this is like an equip that's meant for the Morphtronics and the Power Tool Dragon. So you equip only to a Power Tool Dragon or a level 4 or higher machine type Morphtronic monster. While equipped, during your turn it gains 1,000 attack. If it attacks, the effects of the attack target are negated and during the battle phase. So any effects it might have are going to be negated. And then during your opponent's turn, your opponent cannot select a monster other than the equipped monster as an attack target. An opponent's monster that battles the equipped monster is destroyed at the end of the damage step. So really cool effect. I mean, unfortunately it only gives the power boost during your turn. So you have to be wary of that, but they will get destroyed if they attack it. And then 2 Morphtronic accelerators. So you return a Morphtronic card from your hand to your deck, and then destroy 1 card on the field, and then draw 1 card. So really cool effect. But you have to have a Morphtronic card in your hand to activate it. So if you top deck it and you have no other cards, it's going to do nothing. And then for my traps, I just put in 3 Lost Winds. I mean, this could be anything. I was going to put Solemn Warnings, but I thought, you know, you could do that, or either of the Solemn Judgment, Solemn Strike, or Solemn Warnings. I just put in this because it doesn't use life points. Just something to kind of curve your opponent's monster's effects, and then weaken them. And that's it for the deck. Let's get into the extra deck. So we got the 2 Power Tool Dragons. So that's what I kind of base this deck around. 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. It's a level 7, which you can easily go into because your tuners are 3 and your other Morphtronics are 4. And then once per turn, you could reveal 3 equip spells from your deck, and then your opponent randomly adds 1 to your hand. And if you do, shuffle the rest back into your deck. If this card would be destroyed while equipped with an equipped spell card, you can send one of those cards to the graveyard instead. So obviously that's why we're playing a lot of the equip cards, like 2 of the double tools, the Psychic Blade, and the Cursed Bamboos. So if you have a golden bamboo in your hand, you probably want to choose 3 of the bamboo swords if you still have them all in the deck, and you'll get your bamboo sword to activate your golden bamboo sword to draw 2 cards. Or you'll take any of the other ones if you need some power to beat over an opponent's monster. Then, because you can, I mean, there's going to be times where you might only be able to synchro into a level 4. So I just put this guy in there. He's pretty good. Underworld Fighter, Belmung. When this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could target 1 level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. So that would be cool if you grabbed your stapler guy and put him in defense mode. Your opponent would have a hard time getting around him. Then we have 1 Life Stream Dragon because it works with Power Tool Dragon. You have to have power. You have to tune 1 tuner and 1 Power Tool Dragon. So that would be your Power Tool Dragon and your Smartphone, because he's a tuner. So to bring him out, but he's pretty good. When this card is synchro summoned, you make your life points become 4,000. Again, more reason not to play cards that damage you. You take no effect damage, and if this card, face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you could banish an equipped spell card from your graveyard instead. So you can kind of keep him around. And he's 2,900 attack, so pretty cool. And then just for some generic stuff, I got Black Rose Dragon in case you need to blow up the field. Natura Landois, which is, it requires an Earth Tuner and a non-tuner Earth monster. Pretty much most of your deck is Earth. I believe your where is it? Yeah, so this guy, you would have to use Remoten because he's light. So you'd have to use your Remoten, but still, it can be pulled out. He's a level 7, and when this card is face up on the field, you could send 1 spell card from your hand to the graveyard to negate the activation of an effect monster's effect and destroy it. So, not bad. And then because you can go into a level 8, we have Scrap Dragon. I mean, that can be anything. That can be Stardust Dragon, whatever you like. Then for the links, we have Link Karibo, just in case, you know, your cell phone fails, or you just need to get him off the field to make your smartphone play. You'll at least be able to link Karibo and get him off the field. And then Underclock Taker, Decode Talker, and Barlow Dragon. Those are just my standard ones right now. And then because we can go into some Xyz plays as well. So we have Slacker Magician, again, for the 2 level 1s. If you get, say, 2 cell phones out, or a cell phone and a smartphone, and then you have nothing else to do, you can just go into a Slacker Magician. And because we have level 3s, a Zen Mains, or Acid Golem if you need something bigger, and a Gigant X, because you have level 4 machines, and this one allows you to search out a machine. And that's pretty much the deck. I mean, this is like similar build to what I've usually would build this deck. I know sometimes I would use like 3 accelerators. It all depends on your preference. I just didn't have enough room for the 3rd accelerator. I was trying to think of what I would take out, but I wanted to keep in all of the equip cards. And, you know, so it was pretty tight. I guess you could take out an Iron Draw if you want to go in that direction, if you want more destruction. Anyways, yeah, that's the deck. Let me know what you think. What cards would you take in or out? I'm probably missing some newer cards that might have come out, but I don't know. Throw them down in the comments below. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.